monkey in your pants?
Derp, derpity derp 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 derp.
The camera just decided to stop recording. So this is not going to be very coherent anymore. But anyway, yeah, so I was getting about half the speed of what I was getting when I was on ADSL, which was shite. And I was like, what's going on? So I phoned up BT and they were like, oh, that's strange. You should be getting at least 19 megabytes per second down. I don't know what's going on. We'll send an engineer round. I was like, cool. This is, they'll definitely fix it. It's obviously a fault with your wiring or something, even though it's a new built house. But I was like, cool. So the engineer came round and he went, are you the house at the bottom of the big road? I was like, yes. He went, right, I think you're quite far away. I'll just go and I'll measure the distance in my van. I was like, cool, whatever. And he came up, he went, yeah, you're quite far away. It was like 1.8 miles or something. And I was like, okay. And he done his little tests for ages. And he says, yeah, I'm only syncing at about 7 or something like that. But for some reason I was getting 3 or 4. And he changed the faceplate and it made no difference. And he says, nah, you're just too far away. And instantly I was like that. So I phoned BT and I says, right, BT, how about going to stick me back on the other internet, because I'm now getting half the speed of what I was getting, and I'm supposed to be on your super high speed internet and I'm having to pay more for it, but it's half the speed of what I was getting a week ago. So I said, that's fine, we apologise, blah 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 blah, we'll sort it out, we'll swap you over in a week. And I was like, cool. So the day that I was supposed to be swapped back over, I came home and the little router light was flashing like a mofo, and I was like, I've got no internet, what's going on? I was like, what's going on? And I phoned BT and what was going on? Line test. See, try to deal with BT in foreign call centres. I'm not racist, but Jesus Christ, the people who work in those call centres might be able to speak English, but they do not understand what you're saying, what you're trying to tell them. You could say it's my accent, but I doubt it. They just want to take you through a checklist time and time again, repeatedly. So they said, right, we'll send an engineer out. And I was like, blatantly, I don't need an engineer out. You switched something off, but you obviously forgot to switch something back on. You switched the high speed internet off, and you forgot to switch the normal speed internet on. One switch off, one switch on. Simples. But they're like, we'll send out an engineer. This was supposed to be coming on a Friday. I was like, right, okay, engineer will make it work. It's fine. Thursday night, I got a phone call saying, or the wife did, because I was busy exercising, saying, it's BT, you got an engineer due to come tomorrow. You don't need an engineer to come tomorrow. The fault's not, or the issue's not at your property. I was like, right, okay. And they're like, it'll be fixed by Monday. I was like, alright, okay. If I wasn't exercising at the time, I would have shouted at BT and let them know what's what. Guess what? Monday came and passed, no internet. And I was like, come on, what's going on? So I started tweeting BT, and Sky were involved. They were trying to poach me as a customer and everything. I was having a wee bit of laugh. Absolute fucking arse for elbows, BT are. They've got no. I've got an engineer coming tomorrow, but guess what? My internet yesterday is working, but I've still got an engineer coming tomorrow. I'm gonna let them come. If he comes, I'll be like, meh. Hi. Wasted your time, because you wasted my time having no internet for all this time. But then yesterday, when it was switched on, it was ridiculously slow, and I complained to BT. I phoned BT. Oh, how many times did I phone BT and I get cut off as well? I phoned BT. I was on hold for an hour with BT. It was doing my nutting. I was on the online chat with a plank at a BT call centre in some foreign country. And I'm not being funny, but like, it's like having a conversation with a dead person. You press something, 3 days later they reply, just testing your line, and then they press. Oh. But lo and behold, I came home today and it's working as it should be. So that's where I've been. I know that was a wee bit of a rant, but that's why I've not had any videos, because the internet's not been working, and now it is working. And I've got an engineer coming tomorrow, but I thought I'm not going to tell them otherwise, because they'll probably think when I say I don't need an engineer coming, they'll just go and switch my internet off because they're that stupid. Honestly, BT had loads of problems when I moved into this property with BT. They connected the wrong phone line to my house. There was 2 houses. They connected the wrong phone line to it. I didn't have internet for ages when I was supposed to, and then when it was switched on, it was completely slow. Wrong IP profile. Try to get them to sort it out. British Telecom, honestly, fucking a farce for a British company. Like, if I never had internet now, if I knew of a good company that had a UK call centre, I would go with it, basically, just for the fact that I could deal with a British person or somebody who wasn't in a foreign country try to explain shit. But yeah, so I think the last video was 2 weeks ago. Now that I've got that out of my system, I suppose, but that's where I've not been. But the good news is, I think the last video was play Blackpool 2016 sad face. Guess what? Play Blackpool 2016 pre-play Blackpool 2016 happy face. I touched on the previous video because I didn't have a tenant in the property and I had lots of issues that tried to be a bit sensible and I wasn't going to come away, but I managed to source a tenant. I used to have an agent that done it for me, managed my property, and he had maybe found 4 people in this weeks ago, and he said he got nowhere with them. I stuck it on, we stuck it on open rent within a day. We had multiple people getting in touch with us, and I managed to find a lady who's looking for a 12-month lease, references all checked out. So, excuse me, I decided, actually I said to my wife, I'm going to go to Blackpool now. She says, oh, are you? And I was like, I was joking, but yes. So, I am now coming to play Blackpool. Quite a lot of people, or a few people that I know that have been previous years, aren't going. It's unfortunate. Your faces will be sorely missed. I'm staying in a hotel by myself, but I'll meet up with everybody else somewhere. Who knows? But it'll be another fun, good weekend away. Basically, I suppose 3 years in a row. Well, this will be the 3rd year. I couldn't really miss it, although I was going to have to. But genuinely looking forward to meeting up with everybody again. Old faces, new faces, people that I've maybe said hi to in the past but not really spoken to properly previous years, or try and have proper drunken chat over a drink or something. And again, if you see me, you don't know me, you not spoke to me, but you see me and you know who I am, feel free to come up and say hello. I will be as awkward and as nervous and as shy as you, because that's just, it's a bit of a weird interaction both directions, believe me. It's just the way it is. I was the same the first year, I think, when I went and said hi to somebody else on YouTube who I thought was, or who I looked up to as reasonably big-ish on YouTube, and now is, you know what I mean, it's the way it works, basically. So I'll be coming down Friday mid-afternoon, and I'll be staying till the Sunday. I'll be driving back up here on the Sunday. Really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be awesome. There's lots of people going that I haven't met. I know Wouter, the Highlander, and Lacto Bickel, Amidis Prime, Mark, 2 people coming from abroad. I know a lot of people aren't going to make it this year, which is unfortunate, but we will have a good time in your honour, or something like that. And if you see me walking about the hall, don't let me buy anything, because it's just going to start a new thing. If I pick up some Super Nintendo games, just come up and slap them out my hand. Or if I'm Spectrum games, I'm allowed. If you see me picking up like a 3DO, come up and slap out my hand. Or some Super Famicom games, slap out my hand. Or a Atari Jaguar, slap out my hand. Or a PC Engine, slap out my hand. Or even a Super Nintendo console, just kick me in the nuts. And if you come up to me and say, Jim, what have you bought? And I pull out a bag and I go, I got this, just slap me in the face. Because I try to be a bit sensible, and it's just going to start a random additional collection, which I'm just going to end up selling at some point. Maybe not. I don't know. But we'll leave it there, guys. Play Blackpool. Should be good. Awesome times. Looking forward to meeting everybody and having a good laugh, and good times ahead. But like always, subscribe, please. Thank you. Next time. That was backwards. Goodbye.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?